In week 16 of the 2015 season, Jets fans' prayers look to finally be answered. With one throw from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Eric Decker, the Jets defeated the Patriots, and they had a win-and-you're-in situation. Everything Chan Gailey dialed up worked to perfection. So let's take a stroll down memory lane, and I'll show you why the Jets' overtime win over the Patriots was my favorite of the last decade. Let's go.
This is Scott Mason from the Play Like a Jet podcast, and when I was a kid, I used to love eating cereal every morning for breakfast. But unfortunately, as I got older, I realized I couldn't deal with all those carbs and sugars, and so I gravitated away from cereal. But thankfully, Magic Spoon is here to save the day and bring me back to my cereal eating roots. The beauty of Magic Spoon is that there's 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories per serving. A lot of different flavors. My favorite is Honey Nut, as you can see from this video. It's fantastic. They have plenty of other flavors too. I also love the cocoa. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. You can't beat that, especially when you're talking about cereal. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use the promo code PLAJ at checkout, and you'll get $5 off any order. Or go to magicspoon.com/PLAJ. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link below and be like me. Eat cereal for breakfast and have it be healthy cereal that tastes good and you don't have to feel bad about it. Use promo code PLAJ for $5 off or go to magicspoon.com/PLAJ to save $5 today.
What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and this is going to be a really fun video walking you through week 16 of 2015, the Jets' overtime win over the Patriots. It followed a huge overtime win against the Giants the previous week at MetLife. What preceded was not so much fun in week 17, but this was an incredible matchup and a fantastic job from the Jets coaching staff on both sides of the ball with their play calling and understanding how to attack New England. So I'm going to walk you through the game. Let's get it right now. The story of the first quarter, and really the first half, was the Jets defense against the Patriots offense, especially on third down. Here's a prime example. David Harris reading the screen. Tom Brady, though, wanting to get the ball out early. Why? The Jets were showing in this all stand-up look. They were walking Sheldon Richardson, Muhammad Wilkerson all over the line of scrimmage. Brady starting to see ghosts. Sorry for that reference. But this was a theme. Third down, the Patriots could not pick up any first downs. There were no momentum in the Patriots offense. From the second quarter, it's still 3-0 New York Jets on top. A defensive slug. Patriots in the red zone. It's a huge rep. The Jets getting after it again. But who makes the play? It's David Harris in coverage. You can see Tom Brady starts to feel the pressure coming from the outside with Lorenzo Molden. Does a good job, Harris does, driving downhill. Gets the Patriots off the field again, and it stays a 3-0 game. But then flip it down the other side of the field. Red zone, 2 minutes, huge moment for the Jets. Chan Gailey comes up with a fantastic call, and it became a theme of this game. Brandon Marshall in motion. What are the Jets doing here? They're running effectively a little rub route. They're using Quincy Enunwa to try and affect Brandon Marshall's direct opponent in man coverage. He's going to get in the way, doesn't take him out. Look how good a job he does avoiding the man, avoiding contact, but slowing him up, and Brandon Marshall finds the promised land. The Jets go up 10-3. This was a huge play. The difference in the game was the Jets' ability to finish in the red zone and to move the ball on third down. And I'm telling you, these rub routes, they're something we're going to focus on later in the video. 10-3 Jets. So we come out in the second half, it's still 10-3. The Jets, though, they feel like they're completely in control of this game, but they haven't had a moment to really seize it yet, to dominate and to reflect that on the scoreboard. Enter Sheldon Richardson and enter Darrelle Revis. Again, the Jets using Sheldon on the outside in this stand-up role. Todd Bowles played with this a fair bit in 2015. You can see the Patriots left guard wanting to hand over this stunt, but what he does when he passes on Wilkerson is he frees up Richardson around the edge. The Jets bring 5. Brady, worried about the heat, has to get rid of the ball early down the seam, and there's Darrelle Revis making a huge play on Rob Gronkowski. Watch it at full speed. The Jets are up 10-3. They need to turn it over. They do exactly that, and they get the ball at midfield. A huge play for Gang Green. And this one here, you've got the momentum now. It's 10-3. Big third down, 3rd and long. You're thinking, can the Jets just find a way to eke it out? Can Fitzpatrick get outside the pocket? Can he do something? Improvise? He stands in and launches an absolute bomb, and Brandon Marshall beats the double coverage, and the Jets go up 17-3. Fitzpatrick and Marshall had this ability to throw the deep ball all year long. You can see the O-line does a great job holding up against the 5-man pressure. Fitzpatrick with the release. And Marshall just knows how to separate. He was such a beast. That's his nickname. He was incredible on these jump ball situations, and this was a huge play in the context of the game. So once again, the Jets stop the Patriots on 3rd down. They do a fantastic job getting the football back. It's 17-6. I started to feel right here, if the Jets scored on this drive, the game was over. The Patriots couldn't move it, and Fitzpatrick felt like he couldn't miss. Well, let's have a look what happened, because this was a turning point in the game. Jets right tackle whiffs on the block. Fitzpatrick holds onto it a little longer than he'd want. That's a fumble. That's a live ball. Jamie Collins scoops it up and he scores. Suddenly, you've got a 17-14 game. It's a field goal in it. Even though the Jets have absolutely dominated, it really isn't reflecting on the scoreboard. They have to do a better job here holding up, giving Ryan Fitzpatrick an opportunity to throw it on 3rd down. And then when this ball's on the floor, there's 2 offensive linemen that had a shot. They both came up short, and the Patriots take it to the house. That was a big momentum turner. And the story of the game, again, the Jets can't get anything going on offense. The Patriots have the ball. Right now you're concerned. The Patriots are driving. They're looking to tie up this game. The Jets have had control, but again, as I keep saying, they haven't been able to put it away. It's a 4th down. I want you to look at the matchup at the bottom of your screen. Rob Gronkowski on Darrelle Revis. This was a fantastic job from the Jets coaching staff. Because there's a running back in the slot, they're able to leave Revis on the outside, and David Harris is in the slot. Now they bring Gronk in motion. They want to bring him into the slot. Well, Revis can follow him because Harris can bump outside and take the running back. But Bill Belichick, he calls a timeout. He doesn't like the look. Look how they come out. Same formation, same play, Gronk in the slot. But they put a receiver outside him. What does that mean? That means Darrelle Revis can't travel to the slot, because that means there'd be a safety on a wide receiver on the outside. They don't want that with Pryor. So Bill Belichick and the Patriots, they get what they want. They get Pryor on Gronkowski. They get the little speed out Oscar from the slot, and it's a huge 4th down conversion. And you know what happens next. New York Jets linebackers against running backs on a Texas route. It never ends well. David Harris had a heck of a game, but he couldn't stop James White one-on-one. He dances to the inside, and the Patriots tie it up. The Jets get super close in regulation. They nearly get it into field goal range. They can't quite convert, so we go to overtime. I'm going to leave this clip with you here because I think it just about sums up the Jets and the fortune they finally got late in Week 16.
This is the call. It is heads. You want to kick.
We want to kick off.
You want to kick off. You're going to receive.
That way.
Which way do you want to receive?
So after the coin toss debacle, the Jets get the football and they march down the field. But this is where Chan Gailey took over the game. Right now you're looking at a clip from the 3rd quarter. You might be asking, why are we going back in time? I'm going to let this roll and you're going to understand exactly why. What did the Jets dial up on this occasion on 2nd 11 in the 3rd quarter? They get this little rub route going. Kembrell Tompkins coming from the outside on the quick slant. He obstructs 2 defenders legally. He doesn't make contact with the corner. Quincy gets the football with a bit of space, and we know how well he does rumbling down the field and getting a 1st down here for the New York Jets. But this is the concept you got to watch. Going to the right-hand side of the field, the Jets running their little pick rub route. Well, Chan Gailey, 2nd play of overtime. He had that in his back pocket. He pulls it out at the perfect moment. He understood what Bill Belichick wanted to do, his tendencies in big moments in the passing game. This time going left, he flips the formation, and the ball gets to Quincy Enunwa, and again, he streaks down the left sideline for an enormous game. He gets the Jets into scoring territory, but once again, it's Kenbrell Tompkins running the little quick slant. He gets in the way of not one, not two, but three Patriots defenders. The safety's not able to close. He does a great job doing it legally. This is as well as you can execute a pick play or a rub route, and Quincy Enunwa puts the Jets exactly where they want to be. Just fantastic work from Chan Gailey. He was in his bag all game long. And then we know how this finishes. Eric Decker slot fade, but what you might not know, earlier in the game, first quarter, Chan Gailey called this to the left-hand side, going the same way. Eric Decker in the slot, number 2 receiver, wins with a quick release, gets to the outside, Fitzpatrick misses him. This is wide open. Eric Decker toasts Malcolm Butler here. It's just quick, easy separation, and a very simple throw for a guy in Ryan Fitzpatrick who made these all season long, but he missed it. But once again, Chan Gailey stores it away. But you know what happens next. It's first and goal, overtime, 2020 New York Jets and Patriots at MetLife Stadium. Fitzpatrick gets the snap, he rolls right, Eric Decker wins off the release, and he drops it in the bucket. And the New York Jets win. It's a win and you're in next week in Buffalo. We see the same concept though. This little quick in from Kenbrell Tompkins on the outside. Decker wins immediately with a quick release on the slot fade, and this time Fitzpatrick doesn't miss. A fantastic concept, an incredible work of understanding Bill Belichick's tendencies. So guys, now I hope you can understand why this was my favorite Jets game of the decade. There's been a lot of dark points. This season didn't end how we wanted. But Fitzpatrick to Marshall, Fitzpatrick to Decker, Chan Gailey's work in overtime, Todd Bowles and the stand-up fronts. This was a memorable matchup, and this was a huge win over the New England Patriots.